All right. Hi, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm hoping the settings worked again. It's not being strange. Hi. Is my voice sound weird again? Does it? Please tell me it's clear and not echoey. Yay. Oh, that's good. I haven't streamed in so long, so I was scared my settings were going to be so terrible again. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Great. Hi, Nicole. Yay. I figured we all have a lot of emotions, and I'm hoping some others can join too, and we can talk about them because I'm freaking out. But I will say, not in the ways that I thought I was going to be. I thought I'd be like super heartbroken and devastated, but actually, I'm more pumped than ever to fight for this show because it's clear this was not a series finale. Like, I will always be an advocate for, I hate when shows you know, drag on just for the sake of views, but you can just tell that's not what was going on here. It was far from over. And I just want more because I'm greedy and this is my comfort show. So I would just regret it if I didn't fight for it. So I feel bad. I've kind of mentioned this in one of the group chats, I think, on Twitter, but I feel bad that I haven't been as active to help with the campaign. I've just been going through a lot. And I'm sure if any of you guys can come to the oh my gosh, no, the TV talk tomorrow, I'll go in more detail. But, last time I had my last TV talk, I think my grandpa had just passed like 2 days before, so I was already on edge. And then, starting a new job, working like getting used to working, I mean, I work 9:30 to 6:30 my time. So getting used to that again and then finding out, and oh, I need to move as well. So a lot of things happening in my life, good things, great things. It's just the balancing thing. So I have not been on social media barely at all. Um, but I've been trying, like, when I have a chance to jump on and help save MacGyver. So I'm sure you guys are aware of like the amazing campaign going on. The billboards are insane. That's amazing, and the paper clips and the fact that we already have almost 30,000 signatures in the first couple weeks is crazy. But yeah. Anyway, so I just thought I'm super excited, and I think we're just getting started. I think people are getting a little discouraged, but it's like, guys, it's been it's less than a month. We can do this. We can't lose steam yet, but what a finale. And I'm sure you guys have oh, thank you, Nicole. Yeah, I sometimes it's like I was having so much fun, once, especially when the episode I forget what it's called, but obviously when um Mac and Riley solo mission that we've been waiting for, and I was hyped, and then of course life, and I just don't have time again. But it's like that's what made this season, or sorry, yeah, season finale so tough, was because um, you know, knowing there was going to be more and then getting what we got. I will say, there's a little too much Mac messy, as I like to say, for my liking. It just felt, God, it's so forced. It's so, I, like I like to say, it's like Ako Taco. Like, it makes me very uncomfortable to watch them. I said, I'm all for like couples and stuff. Like, I can handle whatever, but oh no, it's just, it makes me very uncomfy. um, anyway, but yeah, so I thought, I will say, but there was not as much Mac messy as I thought there was going to be, so that was a plus. And the fact that we, like, Riley brought Mac basically back from the dead, literally, like, oh my god. And I'm hoping we have some amazing fanfic writers out there that can help me in the meantime, because oh my god, especially from that TV line interview that Monica gave, and just confirming that they are endgame and that they were going to happen in like the first 3 episodes of next season. Like, I got oh, excuse me, I had hiccups. I got upset for a second because I was like, why? Um, but then also, it got me more fired up. So I think I needed that interview, even though that guy was being kind of weird, the writer or whatever. But Yeah, everyone is helping in the ways they can. You don't have to be committed 24/7. The thought is what matters. Thank you. That's very nice. Yeah, I beat myself up. Because I can't help. Because this is my comfort show. Like, I've been watching since, I think, season 2. Like mid-season 2. And it's just like I said before, I can always accept if a show is ready to be done. This one clearly wasn't. So that's why it's so tough for me to just, like, sit and accept. But what are you going to do? Oh my God, that scene had me on edge. It was so cute and almost heartbreaking. Oh my God, yeah. And I think it was like, you can tell it was supposed to be a wake-up call for Mac. I mean, in a lot of reasons. Like, I mean, at least he addressed the one part, where he was quitting the Phoenix, and I'm glad. I think, I see that ending as more of, such a great opportunity to make the Phoenix what they want it to be. And so it's like, I want to see that. I want to see how they run it. So they're not controlled by the government and stuff. So we need more. But yeah, that, man, that scene, I did not expect that. But also, I don't know if anybody else felt this way. It felt the ending was not what I thought. Like, meaning, I swear there was going to be another scene after that. Not saying, I would have wanted to be Mac and Riley, but if it wasn't, that was fine too. It just felt like it abruptly ended, which I think that's what's leaving the bad taste in my mouth about it, is like, what was that? I don't know, but I think, we just have to keep fighting until we're heard. So yeah, I'm more fired up to campaign to save, or at least get us one more season, if anything. Obviously I want more than that, but that's my minimum. That's what I'll, I don't know. I just have a lot of thoughts going through my brain right now. I thought it would be two of them talking about what they went through. Yeah, I thought that was weird that, when Mac woke up and, he hugged Desi, which was weird, awkward, just not weird, just awkward, just thing with Bozer, I think he had something with Russ too, and then just looks at Riley. I was like, dude, she's the one who brought you from the dead, and you're just kind of like, let's just stare at each other awkwardly for a couple seconds and then move on. Great. So that's why it felt so weird. I was like, you're really not going to talk about it? What? And I think this is, the negative Nancy and me talking. If this really was going to be a series finale and nothing could have happened, this should have been a 2-hour thing. They should have given them more time. It just didn't feel finished. So that's why it just feels really weird. It's probably, because of the Rona times and, being rushed to do things, but still it felt weird. And I refuse to accept, that it's over. It's not over. It can't be over. And the fact that we were right about Desi, and is it Evan, I think? I was like, I knew it. I want to see that. Anyway. But yeah, I was hoping for hi, is it Variety Tonks? I have no idea how to say your username. But yeah, I was hoping for a flash forward, maybe at the end. That's what I was thinking. I swear that was going to happen. And so I get what they were going for. It just felt very open-ended, and not in a good way. In a good way, meaning like there's more opportunity for another season, but just it didn't feel like closure. It just felt very like, okay, was there a deleted scene we're missing? I don't know. It's like, yeah, it just ended. And I was like, what? Yeah, exactly. And he didn't even hug Riley. Like, that's what I mean. It was so weird that, like, he hugged Desi, bro hug, Bozer, and even Russ got a handshake, I think, or something. And then he just stares at Riley. I'm like, okay, sure. Hi, Sophia. Yay, a Mac Riley hug. I wanted one. Or a cute fire pit end scene. Yeah, I just think, like I was just saying, if this was really going to be the series finale, I would have fought for like a 2-hour slot, or, another extra episode to break it up or something, because this just did not feel, like Monica said, this was not meant to be a series finale, and you can just tell. So I refuse to accept it as a series finale, especially reading that TV Line interview. Like, holy crap. I need that. Because basically it sounds like season 6 would be my dream season. Because finally separating Desi from Mac. Because the thing is, people always think, oh, you ship Mac Riley, which means you hate Desi. I'm like, no, I don't hate her. I just have no feelings to her. Because literally from the first day we meet her, they hint at a relationship with Mac. And then what, like 4 episodes in, they're already starting something. And I'm like, and then literally they've been on and off for what, 2.5 seasons? So I'm like, how am I supposed to like her when she was not a character who was well rounded on her own? Like I mean, yeah, she's badass, but she's also like annoying as heck. So I thought like this could be a great thing, or on her own, doing her own thing, and just this could have been a great opportunity for Desi. So that's why it's like we need to see that too. She deserves better. I did appreciate that Monica went in and added the flashbacks. At least we know Mac Riley are in game. Exactly. That's why I'm like, those Mac Desi's, or Mac Messies, excuse me. They're probably like, see, I'm glad I canceled because we were endgame. It's like, no, bitch. No, you're not. Like, you are not. It's candid from the showrunner that Mac Riley are meant to happen. So, yeah, no. What else? And can we go talk about that Mac Bozer Russ bro mission? I want to see that. God, there were so many things in that article where I'm like, exactly, because toxic Peter finally gone, and we finally have someone who, like, say what you want about this season, it was a little all over the place, but like some of these episodes were the best we've ever had. Like that Mac Riley solo mission has got to be one of my top 5 favorite episodes ever. And it's not even just because of Mac Riley. It was just so well written, and it was just so good. The flow was amazing. She's like a breath of fresh air that we needed on the show. That's why it's so frustrating that what's going on. So hopefully they'll be back soon. Holy cow, I need a season 6 Mac and Riley kissing. Giving Desi a storyline would be cool. Like giving her own independence, meeting Evan, because I already shipped them. Like it's already a better storyline than Mac and Desi ever were. I think the part that irks me too about the finale is that they ended still together. I mean, I didn't expect them to break up, but I thought there would be a conversation. The way she was looking at Mac and Riley the whole time, like I thought there was going to be a conversation saying like, we need to talk. Like we're just not like that. Like you two clearly have, this relationship. I'm not saying I needed a full-on breakup, but I just think there should have been more. But I guess it's hard, fitting something in like a 50-minute time slot is tough. They wasted so much potential with Desi. Oh, absolutely. I think the biggest mistake was putting him with Max so quickly. The thing is, I'm never going to blame them for putting Mac and Desi together, because it's like, all right, they always make him flirt with the new girl, like I thought him and Cage were going to have a thing for like a hot second, and then it was like, no, never mind. But I think that was just their thing. But it just went from 0 to 100, and then we didn't know anything about her, and people were like, oh, that's just part of her charm. Like, it's a mystery. And it's like, well, no, but that's fine, have some mystery to you, but I know nothing about you. And so how am I supposed to connect to you? It's like, oh, like, she's this badass warrior. I'm like, that's again, great. That's a great characteristic, but I don't know anything about you. How am I supposed to relate or connect to you? And that's what's so frustrating about it. Oh my God, y'all remember Sparky? Yeah. Yes, I do. It went to black, and I felt there should have been one more scene. Exactly. I think that's what we were all saying on Twitter, is like, it just didn't feel finished. Like, that ending did not feel, I mean, Monica said it too. It's like, that's not a series finale ending. That doesn't even feel like a season finale ending. There was still something missing. I wanted to see what Kelsey has to say about it. Kelsey is just saying, how does she say it? Like, you guys, end of the show and they're together, which means they're endgame. And then, we give her receipts of the TV line article. She's like, yeah, but that's a what if. That didn't even really happen, so it doesn't matter. It's not like in the media. Like, we never saw video of it. Like, I can just hear her being like that. Like if anybody's, a Chicago Fire fan, it's exactly like the Dossies, where I used to ship them way back when I first started the show. She left, they broke up, their relationship got very volatile and just unhealthy, and then he starts dating Brett, which I really like them together, like Casey and Brett. And then all these Dossies are like, she's gonna do, like, there's no way, he's the, they're the love of each other's life, like, meaning Dawson and Casey. And it's just, it's the same thing. These Dossie, not all Dossies, there are some great ones, but the delusional ones and these Mac Desi shippers, I don't know what they're drinking or smoking. I hate to say that, but it's like, what, where I always do the argument, are we watching the same show? Like, honestly, are we? Doesn't feel like it. Yeah, the time jump in season 4 really messed things up. If they hadn't done it, and they would have started dating in season 4, I wouldn't have complained. Exactly. Like, I'm never gonna say, Mac and Desi should have never been together. I just think it was done the wrong way, and there were so many opportunities to end that relationship, for so many reasons. And the fact that they kept getting back together, I was like, why? You guys have proven time and time again that there's no, like, connection. Like Mac himself, what did he say? Once you take out the chaos of the job, they couldn't stand each other. Like, what are you gonna do when he wanted to get married? That still makes no sense to me, because I'm like, what would have done when you guys married and had kids and started to settle down, less missions and focus more on the office stuff? Like, they would have driven each other nuts. And so I'm like, I get it. He's a fixer, and that's what he's trying to do. And for some reason in his mind, he was like, marriage is going to fix it. And it's like, but you guys have had trust issues from the beginning. And as someone like myself personally, been in an abusive relationship, seeing the way that she treats him is just so triggering. And I'm really disappointed that they let that relationship go on as long as it has. That's why it's really heartbreaking that, Monica saw it and was trying to end it properly, which, I applaud, because, even if they're crazy, they did have their, the Mac Messies had their ship. So she wanted to not just discredit them and end it abruptly and give them a proper ending. I just think, I think we at least deserve one more season, like one more to wrap all of this up, because it clearly is not done. It's just, ugh. What else? Gosh, I just needed more. I think we all did. I believe Desi will be the one to end it in season 6. I think it has to be Desi, or at least I think it needs to be, oh my gosh, hiccup, sorry. I think it needs to be a mutual understanding to end it, meaning I think Desi is going to be the one that initiates it, meaning, sorry, I keep saying meaning, but what I mean by that is she's the one, clearly witnessing something happening between Mac and Riley, and she's the one saying, hey, like, you two clearly have something, she understands you like I never have, and things like that. And then it starts the conversation. Mac, of course, is like, no, you and I, it's fine, right? Because he's a fixer and he doesn't want to, break another relationship. But then they ultimately realize, they're just not meant together. I think they'll always be friends. Like, I think they do have that kind of relationship, but it's been proven, like, it's sexually driven, and then it's just comfort. It's not, about, they don't better each other, they worsen each other. And I think, like, why glorify that on TV? That I never understood that. I didn't watch the whole finale, only the last 10 to 15 minutes, because I didn't want to watch season with Desi. I'm not gonna lie, like, I will say it was a decent episode, not my favorite, but the Mac Messy stuff was pretty bad. It's just she's acting not like Desi, and people are like, oh, she can have a soft side. We've started to see it, and I'm like, yeah, but it feels wrong. It just doesn't feel like if she's gonna be tough, like, I know she doesn't have to be tough in every aspect of her life, but just it felt wrong. And it's just she I think if I had to guess, she felt like Mac was slipping away, and she's just trying to save it. Because she just felt like the lovey-dovey girlfriend. I'm like, what is this? Like, that's not you. It feels very weird. So it was not great. Russ got a lot more storyline and more background than Desi did. We knew Russ more than Desi. That's exactly. He got a proper introduction. I mean, we still had more to learn. I would love to learn more about Maddie too. But Desi's story character just got effed up. Like, she had no chance in the beginning, you know, with how Peter did it, or you know, how they brought her together with Max so quickly. But the thing is, that's why I was getting so excited with this Evan thing. I was like, oh my gosh, finally, this is going to be interesting. And it's a storyline outside of Mac. It doesn't have to do with Mac. That's what I thought at first. And then that, you know, the Indian wedding episode where she's like, oh, maybe I'm settling for you. And the fact that they're still together, I'm like, what is this relationship? I don't understand. And then I got mad at her again. So it's like every time I keep finding some kind of redeeming quality about Desi, they make me not like her. So it's just tough. I'm really trying, but geez, that character does not make it easy to like. What else? Kelsey, she just brings out the worst in me. Yeah, she's the worst kind of troll. I mean, there's nothing you can just block them. That's all you can do. Contrast that with Riley bringing him peace and calm. That's what I'm saying. They get each other. They started off as best friends first, and I think it always, you know, leads to a better relationship, or like most times, is being friends with them. And they clearly get each other, and they care about each other, and they clearly enjoy each other's presence outside of work. And it's just like, I just can't figure out. But then we found a little bit out to why they never did anything, is Mac never thought that was a possibility. And now that was, you know, made where that's a door, not a wall, there's just so much opportunity that we never got. I wouldn't say never, haven't got yet, because again, we're going to keep fighting for another season, at least another season. Just give us 6 more episodes. I mean, I'm going to fight for as much as we can, but I'm like, just give me enough to properly end the show. Because this isn't it. It's not. I honestly think if Desi started differently on the show and showed her personality before she dated Mac, then she would be liked more by others. Exactly. That's the thing, is why I'm trying so hard. It's just, I associate her with that relationship. I can't find anything. It's like, oh, she's there because of Jack, and we never really got to the bottom of that. And then, oh, you know, but then you think about it, where the only Desi-centric thing we've had is, you know, maybe with her parents. We found out a little bit about her, but not really anything. Like, it's nothing deep. And this whole Evan storyline about losing someone, that was the first time we finally felt like something. And then, you know, turn it back, is they used it for Mac Messy and not for her. And it's a spiral. And I think you can't fix. It's just sometimes there's relationships you can't fix. And I am so pissed at Peter for doing this whole stupid triangle thing and just keep bringing them back together when it's clearly not working. It's just so frustrating. Ugh. What else? The way she called him cutie and so sappy, it was so awkward. That's what I mean, is she's like, who is this? And, you know, I just hear the Mac Mess, he's like, she's allowed to have a cutesy side. I'm like, yeah, but it came out of left field. So it feels inauthentic. It feels forced. It makes me Akko Taco. Like, I do not like it. And it's not cute and lovable. It's just annoying as hell. Like, it's not. And you can tell, like, when she says stuff with that Mac, he kind of does, like, the forced smile, like, yeah, like, there's no genuine connection there. And it's just, it's really hard to watch. It really is. Season 5 Russ was great. I loved him. I hated him in season 4, but he grew a lot and he was consistent, not like Desi. Yeah, I think it was like they tried to make him mysterious and all this stuff, and then we're finally finding out more. Desi is inconsistent. Absolutely. There's no consistency with that character development. Yeah, I want MacGyver to get a season 6, but the Mac Desi dragging on just made lose interest in the show. And the thing is, a lot of people did too. Like, you're not alone in that. I'm sure a lot of people stopped watching because of it. I got close to for a second, like at the end of was it already last season? Yeah, where like got back together again, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I don't want to do this anymore, because it's like, it's not. And the thing is, like, I don't watch MacGyver just for Mac Riley, but I hate being toyed with and played and baited. Like, that when they baited us, that was really bad. And it's like, you're really effing with these fans. Like, this is not good. It just doesn't make you feel good as a viewer, and it sucks. I genuinely like Desi's character because I have a friend that from Vietnam like Desi, and they grew up in a similar family background, but the writers ruined her character. Yeah, that's my thing is like she had so much potential if they would have just fleshed her out and gave her her own personality outside of Mac. Because if you think about it, everything we keep finding out is like related. So we find out about her upbringing, and that's why she's so cold to Mac. We find out about Evan, and she's like, you think, oh, great, dealing with loss and, whatever. But then it's like, no, I'm replacing you, Mac, with, replacing Evan with Mac. So related back to Mac Desi. And it's like, it's just so, like, everything we found out about her always related somehow back to the story with the two of them. I'm like, that must, if I were Levi, I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed because I'm like, am I really just about a relationship? Like, she just had so much more potential. It sucks. Okay, but the fact that she straight out told Mac that he was a rebound, yes, Nicole, great point. And the worst thing is, doing that, she got mad that Mac got upset about it. I'd be pissed too. And they get back together? What? Like, they're like, oh, you know what? We should probably get back together. Or, like, at least move in and take another step in our relationship. Huh? Like, I don't get it. I really don't understand the logic. Oh, God. It's just, ugh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, Peter brought up Riley's feelings and made it look like he was going for the triangle, but in the leftover episode, besides the Jack episode, he didn't even hint at that. He sucks, bait. Yeah. They knew Mac Riley would draw in the viewers. Let's be honest. I started because I saw a fan vid of them or something. And that's why I started watching the show. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. And so I just think it was like, are you kidding me? We couldn't even get that in. I've been 5 years and we still gotten, like, we're finally getting a taste and you cancel it. That's why I think it's got to be, the reason they canceled has got to be from the lawsuit. I'm just hoping because someone else picks it up. Because I'm like, with how big the international viewership is of this show, I think Netflix or Hulu would, like, they'd kill it with this. Like, I think, you think about it, it's like, what, 5 million viewers an episode, and that's just nationally. And there's so many of us, at least even in the Mac Riley fandom, that are international. So if you put that stuff on Netflix, this show is going to take off. Like, it's going to be, oh my God, I can't even imagine. Yeah, the opportunity. I hope someone picks it up. Even Prime, whoever. Like, there's just so, like, I hope it's Netflix. I think that'll have the largest grasp. The Evan thing was good for Desi's backstory, but by that point, I just wanted Desi to leave the Phoenix for good. The emotional backstory failed for me. Yeah, I mean, I almost liked Desi a little bit from it until she insulted Mac and related the story back to Mac again. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's always about them, and I don't get it. And I think, like I said before, is somebody who was in a very, very toxic and, verbal and physical abusive relationship, seeing her, how she yelled at him, belittled him, smacked him all the time, and it's being glorified on TV. How is that great? Like, why do I just don't understand why that's never been brought up before when we've been vocal about it for years, and they just keep trying to save this couple. I just never got it. And it's hard to watch. It honestly was very triggering to me because it felt very similar. Like, Desi's personality for, like, how she was treating Mac felt very similar to what I was going through. And so, like, I felt trapped, and, I thought, like, that was the best I was going to do. And it's just, that was something that was normal in a relationship. And to see, like, and then I finally got over that, and I knew it was, I'm more than that. I'm better than that to stick to someone who treats me like shit. And to see this on my television screen and glorified as the cutesy couple, like, it sucks. And I think Monica finally started to realize that, and you just separate the two, and then look what happens. It was so stupid. Oh yeah, I'm from Argentina. I'm from Canada. See, that's what I'm saying is I think Netflix would be the best place for it. Just from, a worldwide reach. I think it would do the best there. Oh, let's hope. It's in Amazon Prime in Latin America since February, first 3 seasons. And a lot of my friends started watching MacGyver and love it. That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to be huge. If these, like, And I don't get me wrong, I'm a sucker for court like cheesy dramas too. But like you think about shows like um what do you call it? Sweet Magnolias is one. I love it. It is such a Hallmark cheesy Southern show. If that was like in a top 10 of Netflix streams for the whole year with barely any promotion, imagine something like this, because I think it's good for families. It's good for, the action fans. It's good for us shippers too. And I think that it can reach such a wide audience. So I think Netflix would be kind of, it'd be a huge opportunity for them not to grab this and continue it. I think it'd be huge for them. I really would. And what else was I going to say? Anything about it? What's that show? There was a show on ABC, not ABC Family. It's not been Freeform. It hasn't been called ABC Family in like 10 years. It was like the Baker and the Beauty or something like that. It was on like one season. It did really terrible. And Netflix put it on there, brought it on just to stream it. And it's super popular now. And I've heard rumblings that they want to make a season 2. Like it found its new home. So that's what I'm hoping really, really, really happens with MacGyver. I really think Netflix would be a great place for it. I just want her to ride off in the sunset with Evan already. Don't we all? I think we all want that. Like just hearing about Evan's, like their story, I was already shipping it. And I was like, this is a better fit. Like I could already see this being more successful than Mac Messy for sure. I just want the Phoenix team back. I do too. I think don't give up, guys. We have to keep fighting. I really think we're making some noise. We're really starting. We just need to get more media coverage for like the billboards, more paper clips. I think what we need to do is move more towards the other stop with CBS because I don't know. They got their own problems and focus more on like the Netflix, the Hulu, the Prime, like start with those. But like I said before, we're only a couple weeks into this movement and we've done so much already. So, and just seeing this and finding out what opportunities or like just thinking about how much we've done in the 3 weeks is crazy. Like we can do this. I know we can do this. Same with Virgin River. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there's such a market for this type of show on Netflix. I think it would be so successful. I think Monica said the breakup was in the finale, but they cut it out because she thought it would be Desi centered. Oh, yeah. I think that's what she was saying. And I'm like, dang it. The thing is, like, I think I said it earlier in the stream where I was like, I didn't necessarily need Mac Messy, like I like to call them. I didn't need them to break up like in the episode. I just would have loved to see a conversation like brewing between them. Like I could see Desi saying, hey, I noticed you and Riley, you guys just really get each other. I feel like I can't be with you like that or something. And then, Mac being Mac just saying, oh no, never. Like we're great. And then her just not buying it and it being like super awkward. I would just take that because then that kind of opens the door for, a breakup because I think it would have to be mutual. I could see Desi like initiating the conversation, but I think, the breakup would need to be mutual because it's just not working. It's not fair to either of them, honestly. It's a bit of drama, suspense, romance, some dark themes, and it's also Netflix's biggest show. Virgin River. Yeah, it's like, that's what I'm saying. There's such a market for it. The Baker and the Beauty. Yep. Netflix also means we get more explicit scenes. I mean, you're not wrong. I'll take it. Boozer will finally be able to swear. FYI for Hulu, it's not international. Oh, good to know. So I think, yeah, that's what I think. I think Netflix is our best bet. So I think keep with the billboards, keep with the paper clips, but maybe we just do a larger campaign in Netflix. I think that's what's, and we need to ramp up that petition. I don't know who else to share it with. I mean, we're ramping it up really fast. I keep forgetting it's only been a couple weeks and we're already close to 30,000, which is amazing. I'm just thinking, I mean, it's comparing apples to oranges, but I think of Lucifer where they got like 1 million signatures in like a couple days or something. I'm like, that's insane. So I just wish we had more, but I'm being greedy. We still need time. Mac Messy is a weird is weird as a cutesy couple. Their happy scenes didn't seem right. Probably my Mac Raleigh bias speaking. Honestly, no, I agree, but I try to look at things unbiased with them. I mean, it's hard, but it feels very unauthentic because that's not the Desi we know. So seeing this forced, like, cutie and things, I'm like, huh? Like, that's not, no. Like, are you going to be the one, like Desi, are you going to be the one that, like, smacks Mac around? Or are you going to be the cutesy one? You can't have it both ways. And, being this cutesy one, it just feels, ugh. It just made me, like, super uncomfy, like, watching those scenes. Thankfully, there wasn't a ton of them, but I just thought there was more than there actually should have been, though. I think Desi saw the look between them at the fire when Riley said we do it together. Oh, yeah. And that's why I think I was surprised that there wasn't a scene, even just like a 30-second scene between Mac and Desi talking about, like, hey, like, we really need to talk. Like, even something like that. Just be like, hinting at, we really need to talk. This is not, like, about us. It's just, it doesn't, ugh. And I mean, God, with that ending too, with, Riley basically bringing Mac from the dead. Like, how was there no Mac Riley hug or conversation or just something? It just felt unfinished. Mac Desi are so awkward. Their relationships make me cringe. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did go a little like, ugh, like out loud. I mean, I live alone, so it's just funny. I was like, ew, it makes me super uncomfy. Like, it's so bad. It's so terrible. Unfortunately, most of the MacGyver fans aren't online, but the billboards are definitely helping. Oh, yeah. Great point, Olivia. Because I saw, like, this morning, it was, like, at, right at 22,000 signatures, and we're already almost at 23. So it's really working, and seeing Save MacGyver trending and all of that is awesome. I was a Mac Desi shipper once. Trust me, it's not our Mac Raleigh bias talking. MD is a disaster. Hey, that's, I just think, like we talked about before, I don't think I would be so against Mac Desi if it was done right. It's just they were like stuck together immediately. It was all about the sexual tension at the beginning, and I'm like, okay, fine. If that's what the relationship, that's totally fine, because that is a type of relationship that is out there. But then it got kind of serious, but it felt like a fake serious thing, and then they ended, and it felt like it was a great end, and then they got back together again, tried to force it, and Mac, says, when we find out, like, when we're out of the chaos, we don't work, and then they get back together again, and I'm just like, it was a roller coaster that I didn't want to be on, basically. It's like, it wasn't, no payoff. It was just more irritating than anything. I think they left the door open for a season 6. It's just up to the fans to keep making noise. Exactly. Like, you can tell, like Monica said, that was a season finale, not a series finale. Because if you think about it, if you go into that episode knowing it's the series finale, that is not, you do not get the payoff. You do not get the closure that you want. I know I said it earlier, but I know we have some new friends in the house, but I said, I'm a big believer in, I hate when shows just keep going for the sake of ratings and for making profits. Like, I want a show to end when it's meant to end, and I will always accept that. I'd rather have a really well told story, but it's very clear this show was not meant to be over, and I think that's what bugs me so much. Like, even if it's one more season to fully round it out, I'm fine with that. Like, I can accept that. It's just the fact that it was so ended abruptly, and it wasn't about ratings. It was just CBS. I think it was the lawsuit plus trying to make room for another NCIS show because they know that stuff makes them money. But I'm like, dude, MacGyver was winning the time slot. I was like, there's some other shows that you could have canceled that just were nowhere near those numbers. It just doesn't make any sense logically. I think there was a payoff, but cut it. Maybe, yeah. Something was just off. Yeah, it's totally open-ended. Yeah, I think I'm glad that they left it like that. I just love, like, what was it, Ian and Justin saying, like, series finale for now. I'm like, see? That's what I'm talking about. After all that, Riley got nothing. I'm mad about it. Yeah, I think it's clear, like, Monica, I'm glad she said it. She told us, like, what we were getting, but it makes me so mad, but in a good way, like a more driven mad to keep fighting, that we literally would have gotten Mac Riley in like the first 3 episodes of next season. Are you kidding me? You're supposed to tell me that, and I'm just supposed to sit back and be like, okay, cool, that's good to know. I'm like, no, I want to see it. I've been waiting 5 years. We deserve to see it. Like, hello. I get a little heated because I'm just like, geez, it's not fair. She got Mac's heart. Absolutely. She literally saved that man's life. So, like, of course. Yeah, I'm a bit salty Riley didn't get a hug. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Bella. It was like, it felt like, why did he hugged, Desi, did his thing with Bozer, did his thing with Russ, and then was like, cool, let's just stare at each other for like 2 seconds, and that's enough. Cool. Great. I agree. If they had developed the friendship first, I would have been sort of okay with it. Exactly. I just think it was just forced, and this this weird Desi, hi cutie, sweetie, lovey dovey. It's like, who is this? And I'm all for like if there's a cutesy relationship, but that's just not her. It feels wrong, and it's not right. A 23 episode season. With all the ends tied would have been easy to accept. I agree. Even though I would have still wanted more, I could have actually accepted it. I just think that's why it's a tough pill to swallow that this was the end, because it doesn't feel like that, Riley deserved a hug at least. So sad. Yeah, it was just weird. It just needed another hour if this was going to be the finale. It felt unfinished. About the article, they throw this around like this is what was going to happen, but since it's not anymore the case, they wanted to show us what was going to happen. That's it. Bullshit. Let's do a riot. Yeah, like, I want to see it, Monica. That's what you want to give us. I want to see it. So just keep fighting, guys. Keep spreading the word. I know sometimes it can feel like you're talking to a brick wall, but we just have to keep sharing, keep posting, just keep making noise. I think the thing is CBS thinks, oh, it'll die down eventually. I'm like, I don't think the MacGyver and the Mac Riley fandom. We're loud. So, yeah. Feels like a new beginning. Absolutely. And I think that's what it needed. Get rid of the toxic Peter, and I just think what Monica was bringing to the table was amazing. We have all this representation, and it's such an important show to so many people, including myself. So that's why it's like, I know it's not over. I just know. So, and the way that they ended it, it felt like it was a refresh. And I was ready for it. So I'm still ready for it because, again, not over. Why throw them like that? Or why throw them like that? It's like, spoiler. It's as if she was announcing this is us to give us back the normal, as if she had considered no possibility. I mean, I think Dina, on paper it is canceled, we have to, that is something that's a fact, but we don't have to accept it. Many shows have been brought back, we just have to be loud and obnoxious and just prove to them that we are stubborn people and we are not going away. Oh, yeah, we are stubborn. Yep. Agreed. Love the representation too. That's what I mean, is just this show is one of those shows, especially on CBS. I think it has the most representation across the board, and they get rid of it for another NCIS show. And the fact that they literally renewed every other show except MacGyver basically means I think it was about the lawsuit. I really do. So that's why we just need to give MacGyver a new home. Give it the attention it deserves. It's just sad that everything got piled on and the season got shortened because the side ships, even the storyline had so much potential, felt so rushed. Yeah, I think it was a thing, like, I wish we had the time. I wish they could honestly just get rid of most of the episodes from last season and just start it over. Because even if, like, say, we had some of Monica's episodes, imagine if she maybe even, say we only got season 5 and we could take out those episodes that were forced on us from last season, I bet we still would feel better, because Mac and Riley would already be together. So I want to know more about Parker and Riley's hackers. I know, that's what I'm saying. So much potential, so many more stories to be explored, and that's why I'm just proves them we're stubborn, guys. We're not going anywhere because these are stories I want to hear. Yeah, there's Parker, Riley's hackers, Evan and Desi, Miley, Mac and Riley dealing with the aftermath of the nano trackers. Just I don't know. You know what I mean? Like that's just on the top of my head. There's just so much more. And just to say Russ was so much, Russ, he's so cool with the costume. Yeah, I think it's like, I'm not going to lie, Russ kind of pissed me off in the beginning, and I'm sure with a lot of people too, and now he's like the weird uncle that I love, and I want to know more about him too. So, anyway, I just, I'm probably keep talking, but I'm just glad I wanted to jump on here because I know some people were feeling discouraged, but I want to make sure you guys are actually just feel more motivated because I feel like super motivated to save the show more than ever, knowing like what we were supposed to be getting, knowing that Mac and Riley are endgame, and knowing that it was a shock to the creators and the actors too, and that they want it saved just as much as we do. So we got to keep fighting. We do it for them. But about the flashback, seriously, what do you think about that? I mean, every person with eyes says that flashback. Are you talking about the one with Riley and Mac? Or which one? What do you mean? Russ and Sophia's treasure hunt too. That's right. I liked Sophia. I think she was a good match for Russ. That's another story I would love to see more. Russ is the American today made me laugh. Oh, it was great. The quintessential American flag t-shirt and the beer bucket hat or whatever you call that. That was great. It was amazing. There was so much are you saying like so many new people introduced in the show? Oh yeah, in season 5 and so much to explore. I can't wait. Yeah. I think it's like Monica was such a great addition to the show. It's like she deserves more time. They all deserve, I just think it was a good refresh of the show. So we all know it has nothing to do with ratings because clearly other shows that had worse ratings than MacGyver were for CBS were renewed. So I really do think it has to do with the lawsuit. So let's give MacGyver a new home. We should. Because like you guys know, if that lawsuit wouldn't have come out, we would have a season 6. Easy. So we're just going to make noise and make them listen to us. So if you haven't, try to get your friends and your friends and your friends and your friends' friends involved in this thing and just keep spreading the word. We can do it. It's like, I feel weird about this season finale because I refuse to accept it's not a series finale. It wasn't as, I'll just say it was not one of my most favorite season finale. There are some great moments in it, don't get me wrong, but it felt like half the episode was still missing. Like it just didn't feel finished. And I know, it just didn't, I don't know. Something about it just didn't satisfy the itch, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's just something, it was great. I like the episode, but knowing now what was to come, yeah, I need more episodes. Not a want, it's an actual need. So love your optimism. Thank you. Yeah, we can do it. Like, hey, like we have been trending Save MacGyver every day since the news broke. And there's so many of us, so I'm not worried. We just have to get louder, make our army bigger, and just keep fighting. The thing is, like I said, I think CBS is just waiting. They're just think, oh, they'll die down. Like, it's fine. Nope. We just have to keep making noise. I think we just need more media attention. Petition just hit 222. Oh my gosh, it's already almost at 23. See, this thing is growing like crazy. We just got to keep going, spreading the word. We got to find, what we need to do is find some fandoms that have large followings and keep sharing that petition and, just spreading the word. I really think that's what we'll have to do. Oh, sorry. Tired. But yeah, I just think it's like, it was a good episode. I need more. But I will say it's going to be a little while probably before I edit Mac and Riley again. just because it's still fresh, you know? But don't worry, I'm sure I'll do it once I settle in at my new place, which I do move. I'll be in my place before the end of next month, so it's not like I'm gone forever. Um, so I will edit once I get there, and once I do that, I'll share obviously the petition and um, all that. Oh, Taylor Swift fandom. That's good. If anyone is in that fandom, share it and be like, hey, remember this guy from her music video? Share it. Like, can you sign it? Oh my God. It's like, that's what I'm thinking is like, find those fandoms. If you got some connections, just keep sharing. We got this. Absolutely. We can do it. I'm confident we're tuned for one more season. I highly doubt it will get moved away from CBS, though. CBS will most likely assess everything again. They really doesn't seem like it ended. Yeah, I will say, right when the news broke, CBS was very vocal about series finale. But I will say in the last couple days or almost week, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, they've either not been promoting MacGyver or they've not mentioned series finale. The only time I've seen it with them recently was that picture where it was like a picture of all the cast and it said series finale, like one last mission or something, that one tweet. But I think it's getting quiet because I think they know, okay, I don't know who in the CBS headquarters was kind of like, let's just cancel MacGyver. It's fine. Let's just cut our losses, no one's gonna miss it that bad. I'm like, dude, hello. Have you and people, those, a lot of the Mac Messy bullies are like, well, look at the numbers, it's only doing 5 million compared to, or 4.5 million compared to 5 million from Magnum. And I said, for a season that's on season 5 to be hitting those numbers on a Friday night, which is usually one of the toughest nights in TV, that's amazing. So it's just, I just think it's it's got to be related to the lawsuit. It has to. Yeah, the cast. I think what's someone had a good point where they're like, they were really quiet about it. And I bet you they were still under contract. And I bet you that contract ended. Now they're just like, yep, keep fighting, guys. My worst fear is people are just gonna stop fighting and just be like, I'm tired, I give up. Don't give up. I know I said unfortunately my life is crazy right now, so I can't dedicate time online as much as I wanted, but I've been trying to donate money to the wherever I can. So, and it's not about money, so if you can't do that, that's totally fine. Just keep spreading the word. Whenever you have some time free, just spend a little time trying to spread the petition or tweet about it. Just keep it, just keep it active on Twitter, I guess, and online. Because you think about it, think of all the stuff we've accomplished just with the small amount of, the small amount of fans that are active online. Because you think about it, I'd say it's about 50-50. 50% of MacGyver's viewers, I'm sure, are demographic, the newbies. I'm sure maybe some of you guys have seen the original. I haven't. But I think the ones online, are there for, Lucas Till and Mac Riley and just the feel of the show. It's fun. But I bet you the other half of that is those who like the original, or those who are the my dad, someone like that who's not active online. So think about all the stuff we've accomplished with how few of the actual fans of the show are active online. So we just need to keep sharing and just going into those fandoms and be like, hey, can you do us a solid and share this, and let's keep going. Because I know when we first started this and first started trending, we got all that coverage from media. We just need to keep doing that. Just keep us relevant, basically. Here, they still win the night despite the lack of promotion. Yeah, they never promote the show, and they still get close to 5 million views a night, which is amazing. And then there's shows that CBS renewed that have 1.5, 2.5 million views an episode. And I'm like, huh? I just hope the cast and people who work behind the show will have a better end. They deserve it so much better. Not for us, the fans, but for them. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like everyone was shocked, so I want to give them a proper send off. Even if it's one more season to fully round it out, I'll be fine with that. We got to save MacGyver. When he was close to dying, the reaction from Bozer and Riley had me in tears. My God, I got emotional when MacGyver is in trouble. Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I knew he wasn't going to die, so that's just the cynic in me where I'm like, nah, they're not going to do that. um, so I kind of knew, but at the same time, it's like, it's tough. It's really tough to watch. And I just, oh God, they really missed an opportunity in that scene to not have Mac and Riley hug. Like, I still think about that. Man, someone dropped the ball in there. And the old Sheldon MacGyver was amazing. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I'm actually, it's on my, I have a huge TV list. You know, I always say I'm going to watch all these new shows, but I go back to the same ones over and over and over again. But I'm a sucker for old TV. I love it. Like, one of my guilty pleasures is Beverly Hills 90210. The original, not the new one, like the one from the 80s to 90s. I love it. Or Melrose Place, again, the original, not the remake. Or, you know, I was watching Baywatch once, which is surprisingly entertaining. So stuff like that I love. So I'm surprised I never got to MacGyver yet. I think his mullet just is very apparent. And it's like sometimes I'm like, I can deal with the fashion and, you know, the different hair, but man, that guy had a rockin' mullet, didn't he? And so you just be a little distracting. So it's on my list. But I always go back to my tried and trues. So I'm like, all right, you know, like I was starting to watch Bones for the first time, and it kind of got me hooked. I think people said it's slower in the beginning, but I was like, eh. And then I ended up going back to Parks and Rec for the 5 millionth time because it's my favorite show, and I literally can watch that so many times. MacGyver is a legendary hero. No matter what anyone says, he's a legendary hero. Oh yeah, everything he does. You know, even what was I gonna say? Oh, even this new one. Like, you can just tell MacGyver. He is selfless. He thinks about other people before himself. And you know, I think that's why him and Desi have stayed together the way they have. You know, he doesn't think about his feelings. He thinks about hers. And I'm like, dude, you gotta think about yourself sometimes. Yep, and the fears in her eyes with Riley, I was so, yeah. Oh, I know. I can't believe they missed that opportunity, you know, to get them, or to do something. I mean, there should have been a hug or something. One of the guys from Baywatch played Knight Rider. Oh, yeah. What's his name? David Hasselhoff, right? I love Bones. Once you get to Booth and Bones, oh, they're perfect. I know. I'm very early in it. I'm like I think I just started season 2. So I'm slow. It's not grabbing my attention like I thought. But I'm a weirdo with my shows. I love anything historical, like anything not set in this time period. I love, 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 love. Or the cheesy Southern or like small town drama. So like, what do you call it? Like Virgin River or Sweet Magnolias. I love Sweet Magnolias. Or things like MacGyver. Like, those are my 3. Like, anything, you know, fantasy or not set in this time frame, cheesy shows, or, you know, like the NCIS type. Even in the story, Instagram, CBS, when they asked, who's your favorite hero, Angus MacGyver wasn't there in the list, but there was so many answers to Angus. Yeah, they're kind of just trying to write MacGyver off. I think they thought, CBS thought, you know what? Maybe if we just don't mention MacGyver, they won't bring up MacGyver. And then they're like, no, our plan is to mention MacGyver anytime. It's, you know, CBS post, because that's what we're doing. He needed to at least look directly at her and say "Rouse" immediately after waking up. I know, they shared like a really awkward, really, really, really quick glance at each other, and that was supposed to be it. I'm like, no, I want more, please. When he woke up, he said "Riles." Did he? I don't remember that. Hey, you know what? Here's a blessing, guys. They deleted the MacDesi kiss. Woo! that was a great thing I took away too. I'm like, great, another Mac Messy scene that they deleted. I, I feel like such a cynic when I like, you know, but that was a nice surprise. I'll take it. All right, I'm getting tired. I don't know about you guys. It's like 10 o'clock my time, and I worked a full day. But any last thoughts before I skedaddle? I'll be on tomorrow. I was gonna do it 11 a.m. Central Time. Maybe I'll still do that. No, actually, because someone is viewing my apartment at noon. So I think I'm gonna do 10 a.m. Central Time. I know it's early, but I know for my international friends on Twitter, it worked the last time, so I might do that. I didn't hear that. I mean, I'd hope that he had said that. Oh, I was like, yeah. Yeah, I was watching the old show MacGyver, and he helped a Russian girl who he was in love with get out of trouble, and the bad guy used her to target MacGyver, and he didn't give up on her. Aw, I was dreading that moment. Yeah, yeah, same. But it was there. My two favorites from the episode: Max saying he wanted to go into the chamber first to make sure it was safe before Riley went in, and second, Matt, and then Mac letting Riley punch that dude. That was great. He's like, yeah, okay, go ahead, do what you need to do. And like it was so heartbreaking here. Riley, talk to Bozer, and he's like, I hit Mac, and he's like, well, you didn't do it. It's like, yeah, but I still, it was me that did it. It's like, oh gosh, that's the thing is, I really think this didn't feel like a finale. There needed to be more. It didn't feel finished. So, oh man, we've been going for an hour. I thought I was gonna hop on for like 20 minutes. We could all vent and be done. See, that's the thing. You guys know me. I talk a lot, and then I'm sure we'll talk about it again tomorrow. And yeah, because tomorrow I hope you guys can come. Yeah, I think 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm gonna do that just so then we have time. I'm going to talk about, I'm sure, this campaign a little bit, maybe not as in detail because we got through a lot today. I'm also going to be talking about, if you're a Chicago Fire fan, I'm talking about Brettsey a little bit because finally having development there. And then also I really want to talk about Sweet Magnolias. If you've ever watched that, I binge watched it again. And I have to hear everyone's theories. So yeah. Oh yeah, we still got to find out who killed Leanna. Yes. Yeah. Let's do a riot now. Yeah, Dina, go for it. Get loud. It's almost 10:30 my time. If I'm gonna be up at 10 a.m. tomorrow, like I hope you guys can come. It'll be fun. We have a lot to talk about, and I always really enjoy these talks. But thanks for coming, guys. I know, I know I had a lot of emotions, and I feel better. Stay motivated. We can do it. We can save the show. We can do this, guys. Just don't give up. Use the frustration and like the excitement of knowing what we were supposed to get, and make that into motivation to keep fighting, because we can do it. Think about it. Think about what we've been able to accomplish in less than a couple weeks. We can do it, guys. All right. Well, thank you everybody so much. Oh, we're still going. Sorry. I'd actually like to see Leanna actually alive. Oh, me too. Me too. It's 5:18 here. I was waiting for all the messages for MacGyver. Oh no. Like I'm assuming, is it AM? 5:18 AM? Oh. Or PM. Oh, yeah, guys, we can do it. Stay motivated. Oh, sorry, I'm just like stretching. Oh my god. Go MacGyver. Yes, Elijah. All right. I'm going to call it. I know. Thanks for talking. I can't believe we've been talking for an hour. The show, gets us hyped. I hope you guys feel more motivated now talking through this and getting out our emotions. Just keep fighting. We can do it. See you guys. I hope you guys can join me tomorrow. Basically, in less than 12 hours, I'll be back for another live stream. So, anyway, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.